Let Service helps busy motorcyclists get their two-wheelers serviced at an authorized service center sitting at home or office. We are India's first of its kind on-demand two-wheeler service and care platform. So wherever you are in the city, all you need to do is log on to our website, schedule a pickup, and we take care of the servicing and care needs so that you can focus on more important things in life. Yeah, the idea of Let's Service, kind of sprang up in my mind while I was doing my first startup. So I was busy with doing business development, working 7 days a week, riding my bike all along, and absolutely no time to take care of it. And one fine day, the bike breaks down in the middle of a road, and I had to push it to a local garage nearby, and the entire exercise, drilled a hole of about 10,000 rupees in my wallet. And you know how it works with startups. You work on a very frugal budget, and anything that is unplanned always hits you very hard. So it was a lesson for me, that I should start taking more, better care of my bike, and it also gave me an idea as to, okay, if I am facing a similar problem and which is so genuine, I'm sure there are thousands of other people in the city who are going through the same thing. So that gave birth to an idea wherein I said, okay, why not build a platform so that helps people with convenience and lets them get their two-wheeler service sitting at home or office. So that gave birth to Let Service, and since then we've been growing bike after bike, day after day. Yeah, startups are always challenging. They're never easy, but the most challenging thing for any startup, including us, is to see a validation of your idea live out in the market. So one of the skepticism that I personally had was so when I'm doing a startup like Let's Service, how would people perceive it? Would people trust me with their bikes? So that was one fear that I personally had, and so I was actually proved wrong. And when I could see people who actually need it so badly, and they said, take my bike, get it serviced, I trust you. So that was challenging, that was a challenging feat, yet it was really a great feeling, to see people actually like what you're doing and bestowing that trust upon you to say, hey, I trust you, take care of my bike. So that was a great experience that we had, as a startup very early into this. See, one of the incidents that I could share is something that happened very recently. So we had a lot more orders, and I was doubling up as a bike runner that day. And I lined up at one of these service centers of a major brand, and I see a guy. This was at about 11 a.m. and I see a guy sitting there and reading newspaper. He seemed to be like someone who works in an IT company. So I asked him, hey, what are you doing here? So he said, I've come here to get my bike serviced. So don't you have office, is what I asked him. So he said, no, I do have office, but I've taken a day off. I said, why? He said, I need to get my bike serviced. So the pain that he was personally going through, to come from a faraway place to a service center, wait there, take a day off at office, lose that very precious leave that he has at office, get it done and take it back, is really painful for me as an individual. And when I gave him my card and said, hey, don't have to do this next time, all you need to do is log on to my website and I'll do the rest. So the happiness I could see on his face, and the relief that I could see was really, really phenomenal. And it made me, really proud that, okay, this is a really big problem that I'm solving, and it's very rare, sometimes you get to see these things live, as a startup, and it only bolsters your confidence and, makes you go at it even harder and, try and make it even better. So this is one thing, so one incident that's really top of the mind right now. Road ahead, we had a great start. So build on that, delight more and more customers, cover more and more areas in the city, and deliver convenience to the customers and service centers. So that's the road ahead for us. The way I look at startups is, so there are good to haves and there are must haves. So the good to haves normally take up a lot of marketing budgets initially to create a habit, but the must haves always have a ready habit. All you need to do is enhance that or better it, and try and make it even more convenient for the customer. So that's what we are doing at Debt Service, and I feel that's a great direction that we're heading in. Yeah, I mean, this year I would see a lot of startups that are niche and vertical, trying, doing real good business, than the ones that are a little more horizontal and, on the surface. uh, that's my personal take. Yeah. Life as an entrepreneur, I've seen both sides of it. So I used to work, with companies like IBM before, and now an entrepreneur. So the only difference is, end of the month, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to make sure, your salary comes in. So you own it. If you do not work, you don't get money. So that makes you a more responsible person, and so it's very exciting. As you know that you have a team, you need to do enough business to make sure they are happy. So there is a lot more ownership on you, and it's very challenging. So I think for me, it was more of a natural inclination to do entrepreneurship, because that's where my heart was, because I was never contented with, with a job, with a 9 to 5 job. So that's what I chose for myself.